Morning guys, live from Caprington Golf Club this morning for the Ayrshire Open. Pure blue skies, but it is very, very windy. So it's going to make for an interesting day. It's a fast course at the best of times round here with the greens. As you can see, they're quite short. Some of them sit quite high up, elevated. So yeah, it's going to be pretty fast round here today when we're putting. Hopefully the wind dies down. Guys, you just let us know if the sound's all right, because of the wind. Sorry, just got a couple of messages. Yeah, sounds fine. That's great. Thanks very much, Carolyn. Morning, Claire. Yeah, hopefully the sound's all right. It is if you might sound a bit static or something like that, just the wind. So hopefully it does die down. So lead group coming up the fairway just now. Free ball. We've got Brian McMahon, Irvin Small, and Ayrshire player Ryan McLeave. Hey Martin, Callum's out second, and I'm out second last, so I'm going to be covering pretty much until about 11 o'clock, maybe just before 11 o'clock. So get a couple hours out the way this morning, and then Callum will take over when he comes in. So basically get the start of the day and then the end, as balls are starting to roll away. So Irvin shouted stop. Going to be quite important, that word today. Yeah, so people need to remember the stop rule. It's going to be, and you'll hear lots of shouts of stop this morning, I think. Just hope the wind doesn't ruin it today, because it's a beautiful course. It's challenging, it's technical. But when you add the wind into the equation, it's going to make it quite difficult for the players. So the scores should be interesting. Brian McLeave up the hill. That's a good shot. Oh, we'll take that. That's a great start. Local course. We've got Matt Morgan walking up the fairway with Rory Cassidy. Rory's home course as well. Brian McMahon from the rough downhill after this cup, so just has to get the weight right, sit in the bowl. But a lot of that today. Just shows you how short these greens are. If you hit the edge of a cup, it's not dropping in. Might make me a double bogey if I'm fine. It was in the trees from the tee. Irvin ordinarily would be the line to go left there, but oh. He shouted stop. I think he was hoping it was going to blow back in the cup, but quite a dangerous tactic. So first hole, quite long, usually a par 4 socially, but stretched it. I think it's about 10-15 yards further back from the first not social tee, but with this wind in your face, it's probably playing as a par 7. So I'd imagine there might be a lot of bogey starts. And then the one after this is probably about 15-20 yards longer than the first. Dog leg right. Usually you want to try and get up near that tree, maybe about 15 yards before the tree, and then you whip it round the corner. But today, getting anywhere near that corner in 3 is going to be a mission. So we'll just watch these tee shots. You just want to, it's uphill, so you just want to get to the top of the hill. But whether it sticks there today is anybody's guess. So Ryan McLeave, you can see players are, I mean, that's about 10 yards short. It's not travelled at all. Generally used to be able to get over that hill. But the wind today is going to make it a little bit more difficult. Irvin Small. So he's just going to get to the top of the hill, which is all right. It's the second shot here. Try and get as far down the fairway as you can. Brian McMahon, nothing but a boom. And just drags it left of Irvin, who's just sitting in the buttercups on the left-hand side. So we'll get a couple of groups coming out up the first, and then we'll head out to some of the other holes. The 4th hole here is giving me the fear in this wind. I'm sure it's the 4th. Yeah, it's the new 4th, which I think was the old 10th hole. We've got a new layout here at Caprington. This, for years, was the 7th hole, I believe, that we're on. But I reroute just for the safety of foot golfers, because when you were walking off here, the previous route would take you out just at one of the tee boxes on the actual golf course, and you were walking right into a line of drivers. So it could have been quite dangerous. I don't know if there's been a close call, but so we've got a new route now, which it works actually quite well. But it's you think you're nearly done when you get to the old 18th. You've still got 6 holes left, and they're not 6 easy holes, so it does change the dynamic of the course somewhat. So second group out, get my tee sheet. Bobby Lang, Martin McMahon, new player, Tom McMahon, sure there's some sort of relation there, and Callum Haig. Well-rounded player. Rob Lamar says he had some sort of a squeaky voice last week down in the English Open. England captain Sam Lee. Congratulations, mate. Huge honour for you. And we'll see you soon. Probably at the North Open at Ayrshire in a couple of weeks' time. So Tom McMahon for his second. Good tee shot from Tom, just right the fairway. Second shot, just to the left side of the fairway. Playing so long here today. I don't know if you can make out, there's a line runs right across the middle there. From the tee, well, ordinarily you could clear that, but the players are probably stopping about 10-15 yards before that now, just with the wind. So, first hole is going to take some prisoners. Callum Haig, next up, one of the biggest hitters on the tour. Keeps it low, sensible. Just can't believe how far, the lack of distance that the balls are travelling here. So we find that the smart players on the Scottish Tours will try and keep them nice and low. Take the wind out of the equation as much as you can. So Bobby Lang from the edge of the rough here for his third shot. It's never going to go away, that joke. It's never going to go away. So Bobby going to come up and mark his ball for Tom. Such a shame with the wind, because it's a glorious day up there. Pure blue skies. So Tom McMahon for his third. Anywhere near me from him is good. There we go. At my feet, Tom. It's a good pass. Callum Haig, he'll look to... I don't think he can get any further than that because it's upslope after me, so it's going to roll back. Which we might see Callum see it. It's just a little metre further than Tom's. It's just rolling back a little bit, as predicted. Wait till you see these balls on the screen here. If they don't get the weight right, keep coming back to their feet. It's a good effort. Trouble is, if you overcook this shot, you're hitting with the wind at your back downhill. It's not good. Claire, I don't have a fancy tool that tells me that information, but we'll say it's very, very strong. You can see that flag, if that's any indication. Well, Bobby Lang goes long as well. It's catch 22 here. You can't leave it short. If you leave it short, it's coming back to your feet. If you go long, you've got wind at your back, downhill. Callum Haig. Up the hill, good weight. Good weight. Go on. Right, just stopping. Oh, how's your luck, Callum? How's your luck? That was a good weight from Callum. Just missed the right edge of the cup for his birdie attempt. He'll take a 5 and move on and be pretty happy with that. The Tom McMahon's coming in from a slightly different angle, which makes it harder to get to the hole. It's to take on a little lump in front of the hole. But he goes long. I think Callum played it very, very well there. He kept his ball in the centre of the fairway for his third and just passed it into the bowl. So, three boys are pretty similar positions. What a putt that was! The better of the McMahons. Tom McMahon for his par. Starts it right. It's not turning, but he's got the weight all right because it's not going to go right down the hill. I mean, he hardly touched that. There will be a lot of sixes here today. As I says, it's pretty much playing as a par 7. Bobby Lang for his par. Misses right edge as well. It's just a hard angle to come at from back there. Bobby Lang knocks it in for a bogey. The players will move on. So it's a great start for Cal Haig. Oh, he's not happy about that statement. He's not a fan of being called Cal Haig. That was the running joke of last week at the English Open. Good to see everybody got involved in that joke, though. It was he was pretty annoyed. James, great performance last week, mate, at the English Open. Came out of nowhere with that second round score. Well done. We'll see you in a couple of weeks at Aintree. I think we've got a good few boys coming down for that again. So, and then we've got a tournament on the Sunday, so it's going to be a lot of foot golf that weekend. We're at Dunn's Golf Club on the first weekend in July. One of our favourite courses on the tour. I'm going down there on Thursday to hopefully do some drone footage and a little video going. Third group out. Back to the tee sheet. Jack Grigger. Gio Stewart, David Cameron and Angus Bruce. So Gio will be looking to bounce back to a bit of form today. He's fell off it a little bit. I'm sure he'll be the first to admit it. He sets himself some high standards, and truly so, because he is a fantastic player. But he had a bit of a bad weekend at the English Open. So he'll be looking to bounce back pretty strongly here. Jack Grigor, home course record holder, may I add. Granted, on a social setup, but yeah, he'll fancy his chances here today if he plays sensibly. Can't even guess what the scores will be today. I think last year -11 won it. But this is generally one of the hardest courses to get a good score on. It's always been like that. I think for years the top score was -6. So yeah, it's going to. I mean, if you get anywhere near 11 today, you're onto an absolute winner. But in this wind, if it stays like this, it's going to take something very special to get that score. Angus Bruce over from right to left fairway. Gio Stewart sitting there in the middle. Jack Grigor, longest off the tee and in the rough. Oh, kicked it out. Not bad. So it's a par 5 start. Ordinarily that would be quite good because you'd have a chance at some birdies. That's not the case today. These now become par and run holes. Davy Cameron for his third goes from right to left of the right rough to left rough. Gio Stewart anywhere near me, he'll be happy with for his third. Goes right fairway. Just get to the bottom of the hill, which might roll back into the. Oh, it's interesting. Angus Bruce. A lot of players are zigzagging across this fairway. Right rough, left rough, right rough. Jack Grigor still in the rough. So Gio has a look at birdie. I think if you take a 5 in this hole, that's like a birdie today. As I says, there will be lots of 6s and 7s kicking about. Davy Cameron. Left-footed. It's a good shot for Davy for his fourth. So if it sits here, I don't know if that's going to be possible though. Rolling away. So Jack Grigor up the hill, keeps it left and long. It's going to be tricky from there. Very tricky from there. Angus Bruce from the rough. Whoop. Oh. Almost with the slam dunk. So 2 balls long. Gio has a look at birdie. Davy Cameron for his par, I believe. And down the bottom of the hill. It's a good weight. It's just shy. A little extra roll. But it's sitting, which is promising. Gio's had a look at that and seen what that's done now. So worst case scenario, Gio should be tapping in for a par, but he does have a look at a birdie putt. Just can't go behind the pin. So it's just going to stop short. If it sits there though, very lucky. An extra couple of yards there, and that would have sat fine, but it came back a little bit. So he does have a look at his par, which not a lot of people have had today. So see the danger. You can see the danger. Jack Grigor. Jack Grigor starts it right. That's not going to make it. So it's going to end up where Gio's ball is. Maybe worse, actually. The danger here is you need to try and get near the pin, but you cannot go behind the pin because that is what you're dealing with. So this is Jack's bogey effort now. What an effort that is. What an effort that is. That saved some scores racking up there, by the way, by that. Fantastic putt from Jack. So Angus. Right edge. Oh, see, need to hit the pin, like on this course today. It's going to need to be pin or nothing. Oh, oh, didn't shout stop. He didn't shout it. Ball is going to rest there, but he didn't shout stop. Still not shouted stop, is he? He's marking it up now so Gio can hit his. Little error. See, the wind is playing havoc with people's balls today. So Gio for his par, which will seem like a birdie on the scorecard. Oh, it might come back. It might come back. Gio take a 6 and move on. Angus Bruce hits the pin. I think that's going to need to be the tactic today for most people. Hit that pin, let it stop. Well, the boys will move on. So Gio had a little look at birdie there, but just missed left edge. I think the play today is just get it to the bottom of that green for your third and try and sit it in the ball and tap it in and move on. I think if you get greedy here, you could be in a bit of bother. Group 4, Zach Bogue, youngest on tour. Mick Bogue, his dad. George Robinson of Cumbernauld and Gail Abera. Now the ball travelling in a fairway now is George Robinson's from Cumbernauld, new player on tour this year. Hit a ball pretty well once he figures out the slow down his putts and stuff. Could be a great player for the future. A couple of balls just getting marked. So Mick Bogue, from where he is, he just wants to try and sit it at the bottom of the green here, which is what he's done. That's sensible. Using the new Nike Flight. Rolling back a little bit. So Gio Stewart teeing off on 2. One of the biggest hitters on the tour. Let's see if he can clear this hill here. Keeps it low. Yeah, it's a fantastic tee shot. Literally just at the top of the hill there. I don't see much getting further than that this morning. So what's going to be quite interesting is if the window gale goes long at this. If the wind dies down later, if the the later groups have a slightly easier ride. We'll see. It's got absolutely no sign of slowing down the wind. If anything, it feels as if it's getting slightly stronger now. So Zach Bogue just running back down the hill a little bit. Big deal. That's a good shot from Zach. He's got a chance. This has got a chance. Look at this. Get in. Come on. Oh my God. What a shot that was from the little man. Oh, I wish that went in there. So, George Robinson. Bob the effort. Well, this has got a chance. Oh, he's shouted stop, so he'll come and tap that in. It's a great shot from George. If it's a par putt, then that's going to feel like a birdie. He has to replace it. He's already shouted stop. Give a tactic that, go behind the hole and let it blow back in, but if it misses a cup, you're right down the hill. Mick Bogue. So Mick's ball's just rolled about, just on those white daisies there. That's him, spot on. So Gail Abera from behind the cup. Very dangerous. How Mick Bogue's going to finish actually by the looks of it. Okay, take that, move on. It's not out. You can see what he was trying to do, but he had a rough patch there. Morning, Ben. See you soon, pal. Gail again for his third putt. Right at the pin. So little Zach, a great effort earlier on, just missed the cup. It's a great putt, that. So next group coming down will be David McDowell, Aaron Cameron, Dan Mains and Liam Kerr. Lots of Ayrshire players at their home course here in the same group, so this should be interesting. Dan Mains shot an incredible score 2 weeks ago when we played Ayrshire in a club league game, so he'll fancy his chances this weekend. He's a lefty, it's just where he can control the ball in this wind. Is that this group actually? Let me just check. It doesn't look as if I've got the right players walk towards me. It should be. Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, there's their captain. 3 Ayrshire players in the same group. There's a mistake. Professional club that they are. No, Rory's done a great job getting that squad put together, because over the years it has been a struggle. That's a great shot from Liam Kerr. Ayrshire Foot Golf Club. If anybody is local in this area to Kilmarnock or in the Ayr region, you've got 2 choices. Ayr Foot Golf Club or Ayrshire Foot Golf Club, based here at Caprington. New club, great setup, and doing very, very well for the start of the season under their captain Rory. Sitting top of the league in Scotland now. and a force to reckon with, especially at this course. David McDowell tries to hit me. So Aaron Cameron up the hill. Come on, Josh. Everybody's got a choice. So Aaron's going to come up and mark his ball. So Aaron is up pin high for his birdie. So does that mean the wind is dying down a little bit? Because the ball seems to be getting a little bit further up the fairway. Case in point, Liam Kerr is now going to be hitting his third, and it should be near the pin here. So Liam, the lefty, goes to the wrong side of the cup. Hard angle for a lefty from where he was there. David McDowell up the hill. Well, extra couple of rolls, it would have made it over that little mound, but where's it going? Just wait there, David. It's going to come back to you. Can't wait for that fixture, by the way, Josh. I suppose you'll give them a game here because obviously this was your course last year, so it should be pretty tight. So we've got a couple of birdie attempts here. Not had a birdie yet, so can we see one here? Dan Mains, good weight. Just misses right edge. Might come back. He shouted stop. Can we get that marked? Oh, look. Oh. Finish that, finish 5. Yeah. You can take a 5 in this hole. It must seem like a birdie because there's not been a lot of them. Liam Kerr. It's just not turning. It's got to sit though. It's got to sit. I think you got the weight of that spot on there because anything harder would have come right back down that hill. Take the 5 and move on. David McDowell. Just misses right edge. Oh, it's got to slow down. It was a little bit harder than Liam's. So, Aaron Cameron for the first birdie of the day on this hole. Hit the pin. Oh. First birdie of the day on hole 1, Aaron Cameron. It's a great birdie, that great third shot. Right, I think we will head into the course and have a little look. Let's just see Matt Mottifact. Let's just see what happens in this hole because Matt Morgan's coming out with David Quigley, Colin Murray, and William Mackay. 2 weeks away. Where he's actually playing, Josh, is it Caprington or Mabel? Yeah, the scores today, can't even hazard a guess, to be honest. Anything near double figures, I think, wins you this today. So all these boys are teeing off, actually. We just want to say thank you to our sponsor for the Scotland national team, KRS Landscaping. very generous with us and helping us with our mission to go and win the Four Nations in Ireland. Well, the Scotland team's starting to heat up pretty well now. 4 guaranteed places taken by Matt Morgan. Oh, the wind's picking up again. Matt Morgan, Ali Dick, Joe McCourt and Mick Eardley takes the 4th spot by coming 2nd in the English Open. He was a top-ranked Scottish player. Close battle between him and David Quigley last weekend. So that's the 4 guaranteed already. In our pairs ranking, we've got the top 2 pairs players. Will also take 2 spots. At the moment, Joe and Quiggs lead the pairs table, but Joe's already qualified. So Quigley will qualify via the pairs route, along with Neil Shave. Those 2 are sitting pretty high up the now. And then the rest will fall back to the winner of today, if it's out with those 4 that I mentioned. The first 4, Mick, Matt, Joe and Ali Dick. If it's out with those 4, that's the next spot taken today. And then we've got a couple of tournaments left. So for Scotland Open at Duns, and then the Scottish Open, where the 2 highest Scottish players will take the 2 jerseys. So Matt Morgan into the ball here, just at the left-hand side of the rough. Players are starting to creep towards that path I was telling you about. It's just about 5 yards in front of Quigley's ball. Well, he's a little bit short, that one. So yeah, Scotland team's starting to shape up pretty nicely. Pretty strong. Feeling confident going into the Four Nations in August. Colin Murray, fresh off his phenomenal round at the English Open. That's a good shot. The only one in the fairway. From William Mackey. Oh. So David Quigley in green, last year's winner here. Phenomenal round. We're looking to repeat that today and get his Scotland spot guaranteed. He's first up here for his 3rd shot. And he shanked it right. We're unhappy with that. Colin Murray just want to try and get this out the rough. Anywhere near me, gives you a look up the hill. He's joining David Quigley on the right-hand side in the rough. Matt Morgan's come up to have a little look. It's quite far up for his 2nd, so it's just where I mean, the fact that Aaron Cameron's ball sat near that pin on the left-hand side is ridiculous. Just with this wind, I'm very surprised it sat there. Bit of a gamble he took, but seemed to have paid off. Only birdie on this hole so far. Matt Morgan behind the pin, so he had the power to get up. He's left himself a bit of a sticky situation from back there. Willie up the hill. It's not going to make it. Oh, wow. But he's got a looking birdie. Can't believe that sat there. The players, David Quigley just coming out to have a little look. Oh. Balls took off. Oh, well, his ball blew away there. So, Colin Murray from the rough. Try and put it in the ball. Hopefully it sits. Not much else you can do here. This is right edge. You go to the very back of the green. So David Quigley, to try and get the weight right here. Just try to get a stance first. Good weight. This is close. Oh, just misses at the back of the cup. If it sits there though, he's got a chance at par. You'll take that. You'll take that. It's a great effort from David. That's the second ball we've seen sit on that little lump. So it's not too bad. Morgan from behind the cup. Oh my God. Put him in rough and he's forced to be reckoned with. Second birdie of this hole today. Willie up the hill. Oh, he's not hit it. He's not hit it. For Colin Murray. We've seen what Matt Morgan has just done. Colin's just trying to baby it out, but might still go. No. Great putt from Willie. Colin Murray. Dangerous. Wind at his back. Oh, if that didn't drop, where was that going? So David Quigley for his par. Experienced enough to know he has to take the break out and get the wind out the road. Right, let's head into the course a wee bit. Go Matt Morgan. Yeah, Matt just shows his experience. It's amazing actually, because as soon as he's in the rough, from putting from, not he's in the rough a lot, but when he's putting from the rough, his odds increase. He's ridiculous at putting from rough. I don't know what it is. Right, I want to go and see what's happening on the fourth hole, because as I said earlier, it gives me the fear. It's at the highest point of the course, and with this wind, it's going to be treacherous. Oh, sorry, I hope you can hear us. It's pretty strong. It's going to cut through this rough here. This golf course, this plays like a links course. This actually very, very fast, very undulated. You can see it's elevated greens as well. It makes it for an interesting course. So the fourth is just behind these shrubs here. Jack Grigger's group. That'll be Gio Stewart as well. Then they're on the fourth. So let's race through here if we can. Oh, there we go. So all players are behind the cup, just at the top of this hill here, which I'm assuming is for this, they're hitting their thirds. It's a par 4, it's not the longest. It's just up very high. Saying that, the wind doesn't feel as strong over here, which is doesn't make any sense, to be honest. David Cameron. So this is right edge, trying to get a better angle on it because it's a little dark here. Gio Stewart, great putt from Gio. Fist pump, I'm assuming that's a birdie. Well, the wind is definitely softer from up here, which is surprising. Oh, you can see how fast it is, a little bit of wind. Look at that. A 2 metre putt lips out, and he's now 5 metres away. Just give you an example. Tee box is at the big tree at the back here. Generally, where the Gialas and the white Gila Berra is where you want to be. Second shot is up here. If you don't get up here, you're down the hill. If you go too long, you're in the rough, and it is like glass. Not a lot of grass on the screen. Well, there's grass, but it's very, very short. So Jack Grigor down the hill. Just misses left edge. See, watch this. Jack's taking an unplayable. So he's just going to go back to where he took that last shot from, which is the right decision because that probably ball was going to end up back down there. So only a couple of holes in. Aaron Cameron. Hey guys, Aaron Cameron is -2 through 2. He's on hole 3 just now. Matt Morgan obviously birdied the first, so... Oh, hello. Oh, good effort. Well, a lot of players are going to be back there today. Good thing is, I suppose, if you are at the back of the pin for your second, the wind's kind of coming at you a little bit, so you just need to just keep it under the pin here. Anything that overshoots, as you see with Jack Grigor's ball, will go. Gila Berra sits at the left-hand side of the green in the rough. Not a bad place. He has wind at his face directly, so he can attack that. And this is the 5th hole here. Tee box elevated at the top. You're hitting over the rough here. It's a dog leg left, but getting there. If that's where Callum's ball is for his tee shot, that's pretty decent now. Mick will get up the hill. Good weight. Does it stay there though? Most players are going to end up in that path over there where Thomas is, Tom McMahon. for their second, and it's a huge, huge right to left putt. And if you miss, it just kind of comes back to you, like this ball's doing here. So Callum has got a pretty tricky putt for where he is on the left-hand side of the fairway. Big left to right. If he misses, he will be beside where Tom McMahon is standing. Starts at left. Just short. Watch it. I think you want to be where the three boys are standing. So where Callum's ball lands now, I think you kind of want to be there. George didn't make it out the rough. I've just made it out the rough. Not sure what happened there. Gale Better will tap that in for his 4. I think it's the right play. Try and get to that rough over there on the left, then give yourself a chance to attack it. So, worst case scenario, you're walking in with a 4. Tom McMahon overshot his putt quite considerably. It's coming back. This hole is probably going to have a bit of a problem today. It's very, very short there. Unless you land pretty much under the pin. You've got a lot of undulation to contend with. Tom lips out again. I think that's maybe his 5th now. Mick Bogue misses left edge for his birdie. It's not too bad there. If it sits, it's got to sit. It's gone. Oh. Whew. Zach Bogue misses right edge. It's got to stop. Oh, no, Mick, how are you, mate? Yeah, shame you're not here. I think a few players are lining that up, Mick. Quiggs will be up there again. It's a great putt from Zach. Get in there, go on. Oh, it's 2 he's left on the edge today. 2 fantastic efforts. The little man. Great effort from Zach. So George for his par. That's a shot he would have wanted to do the first time, but he miskicked it, so he'll take his bogey. 3 shots from about 10 yards from the cup, he'll not be happy with that. Mick Bogue for his par. Left edge, goes fast at it and misses. It's got to sit. Oh, it's teasing him. It's teasing him. There's a hill there. That is crazy. He's put his marker down. I think he's going to take an unplayable. So he'll be hitting his 6th. Tom McMahon is still having shots over there. He's having a bit of a hard time. The same shot 4 times. Look, just running around the cup. Mick Bogue is in for a 6 after he's unplayable. Just hope you don't get caught, Mick. Don't want you getting into any bother. Granted, we would love to see you back here though. So if you miss the odd shift, that is what it is. Tom McMahon still misses. And he's in the back door. Probably, I think maybe about an 8, maybe. Hope not. It was there for a while. So, coming up the hill here, we have the three Ayrshire boys. Aaron, who was leading after 2 holes. I'm not sure what he done in the third. Liam Kerr, Dan Mains, and David Mackay. Finally got that pronunciation right of his surname. Dan Mains up the hill. Just going to... this might be close, by the way. Let's go in. Oh, there's your luck. Northern Bolts. Big thank you to Paul for having all the Scottish players down last week at the English Open. Just over 40 of us, I think. I just remember now. Attended, which was a fantastic tournament, to be fair. At Mittenfold Golf Club, brilliant golf course, very challenging. Not the longest in terms of yards, but very, very technical. So it gave all the boys a good challenge. So yeah, Paul, thanks for having us, mate. We'll see you at the North Open soon. I believe there's still spaces left for that. There was 20 odd spaces left at the tournament at Ayrshire Golf Course last night, so hopefully there's still some left, because I know some of the Scottish boys are still interested in going. The course looks fantastic. We've all been there, Nick. We've all been there. So Willie Mackay goes back down the hill. A lot of players are just making sure they get up this hill here. Granted, they're in the rough at the back, but they are up. They just need to get the weight right of that third shot. This is a par and run hole. It's going to be Aaron to go next. Josh, don't tell me I've got it wrong again. What one's David Mackay? Are you sure? Oh, he's in the next group. Oh, the boys having a mare. Dan Mains, wind at his back up the hill. Oh, just misses right edge. It's part of the gamble. Do you want to be in the rough, hitting from your third, when you just tap it out, tap it in? When you go for it, you can go for it, but you don't like to get too greedy. So I'll leave Care for his third. That's perfect. That's perfect. That could have went for it, but he's played sensibly. It's got to stop though. Wind's just teasing him a wee bit. There you go. So he's 1.5 meters for his par, which is pretty clever. Nope, he's taking his time. David McDowell. There you go, Josh. Hope I got that right. Oh, Wally, wait a minute. What's going on? Josh. I'm just going to call them air players from now on. Dan Mains, good weight. He's in. Great putt from Dan. His par. The wind has just decided to stop. Aaron Cameron for his par. Good weight. Oh, that almost sat on the lip. He'll take that. Had a great start. Dave McDowell. He'll take that. I think that's a double bogey. You want a job, Josh? Liam Kerr for a 4. Played that hole very sensibly. So, Gio and Jack's group are still on hole 5. Seems to be causing a bit of an issue. People are spending a bit of time on this hole. There's already a group waiting to tee off at the top of the hill. Now 2 groups, so a little bit of a backlog here. It's causing a problem. The averages will be firing up. Tom McMahon, I think, might have took a 7 or an 8 here earlier. The hole, granted, it's on a slope. I mean, you can see people are literally getting to the edge of the cup and rolling back about 6 metres. Yeah, I thought I misheard that yesterday, Bolts, when you said those yards. Definitely sounds like a big hitter's course. Joe Stewart. I'm not sure what stroke this is, to be fair. Doesn't like it. Steps away from it, takes another look. Weird because the wind isn't as strong as this part of the course, but this hole is on a slope and not a lot of grass. Oh, he loves that. That's either a par or a birdie. To be fair, a par on that hole could be a birdie today, judging by the scores that people are clocking up. That's the problem right there. If you go 1.5 meters too long, you're coming back to your feet. But we've seen a couple drop in the back door, but it's literally just as it misses. The further up the hill you go, the more chance it's got to coming back to your feet. I think to guarantee yourself a 3, you want to be where the boys are putting from the now with your tee, just the edge of the rough. Give yourself at least 2 attempts to get that line right. So they'll move on. 2 groups waiting to tee off. So Guy Alabera up first, right-footed. He's going to go to the left side of the rough. Finds that path, it might spit it out, which it does. Tricky from there, so he has to go high up that hill, which is going to lead it back to where the boys were putting from before. So it's going to be unless it's a miracle putt, a 3 at least, I think. George Robinson up next. Same light. That was a little bit more direct, actually. It's got a chance, by the way. This has got a chance. That is perfect. What a shot that is from George. But that's where you want to be. Give yourself, I mean, granted he's rolled back quite far, but that's the side to come in from. Oh, he's found the path, actually, still rolling. It's just settling down now. It's a good shot from Mick. If that sits. What a shot that is from Mick Bogue. I thought George's was good, but Mick's just went and topped that. Mick is directly under the pin with about a 2.5 metre putt uphill. You're not going to get much better than that here today. So, next group, Matt Morgan, David Quigley, Willie Mackay. Did I get that right, Josh? And Colin Murray. Colin Murray is on the fairway, just. Quiggs and Matt Morgan are in the rough. Willie Mackay is going in the rough as well. So Matt's just at the edge of the heavy rough, so he's got a better chance. Quiggs and Willie may struggle. It's going to require a big hit to get through that and up the hill. Yes, redeemed. Granted, that'll be probably wrong again in the next hole. Scotland captain Joe McCourt has arrived to watch. He's not teeing off till later. Just a wee reminder, guys, our merchandise is available to purchase. Order is going in on Tuesday. That's the deadline for the next order. We've got our Scotland official Scotland polo shirt, mid-layer. We've got this little number modelled by Scotland captain John McCourt. So you can email myself, stuart.campbell@scotlandfootgolf.com with your order, or drop the message in the Facebook page. We'll get back to you. Oh, what a putt that is from Gail Abera. What a two that is. I did say it would take a miracle putt. That was phenomenal. So Willie Mackay, just near me just now. It's just going to settle in the rough. It has to get in the rough. If it doesn't get in the rough, that's gone back to his feet. As you can see, the rough line is just where I'm standing now. Quiggs would have had a little look at that. He's got a pretty similar kick. So Gael Abera on 5 with a phenomenal putt from the left side of the fairway. Had to get that right. It would end up at the right side. David Quigley's having a little look. Colin Murray's up first. Goes right footed up the hill. Great shot. Colin is on fire now, by the way. I think he's over 60. Apologies if that's wrong, but he just ran into an old bunker at the back here. But yeah, for his age, he's absolutely smashing it just now. And it's good to see, giving Donny and Gav something to think about. I think it's Andy's currently in 3rd spot in the Scottish Tour for the Scotland team. So he's sitting pretty well now. David Quigley up the hill. He sat it in the rough on the left, which is fine, it's not coming back. A good battle today, actually. My group, I've got Donny and Gav Howe in my group today, which is, I'm excited to watch, to be honest. I've got a job to do, mind you, but I'm looking forward to see those two going head to head. Matt Morgan, for his second, goes long at the back, which is where people are playing from today, which seems to be working out pretty well. Willie Mackay, his 3rd. That's a good weight, that. Very good weight. Great shot that from Willie. He's about 1.5 meters out. And Willie's going to finish that off for his 4. David Quigley just gives him a little bit of advice. He's a new player, so not a bad person to listen to. Mick Bogue. Great 2 from Mick Bogue. So that's 2 birdies on that hole. It's phenomenal. David Quigley up the hill. Start this right side. Good weight. Finds the ball. Finds the right edge of the cup. Brilliant weight that. Great effort from David from the rough. Tap that in for a 4 and move on. Colin Murray from the old bunker. Oh, he's hit a reed. Didn't get out. Matt Morgan. From the rough. You know what you can do from the rough. The wind just pushes it right. The wind just takes it away. Matt takes a 4, moves on. Colin Murray for his par. Starts it, sends it on its way. What a putt that is from Colin. I told you, the boy's on fire. Right, next group coming up, the 4th. Ayrshire captain Rory Cassidy. Home course, fancies chances. I'm sure he'll be the first to agree he's not had a great start to this season, which is a shame. Currently missing his, giving up his spot in the Scotland squad for the Full Nations, but I never know, anything can happen. One here today would certainly correct that issue, as his home course. Rory from the left rough over to the right side. It's fine there. It's fine. Sat. We've also got David McDonald Senior here coming back on the tour and playing very well actually. After a layout last year, we've got Fraser Weir, Scottish Open 2020 champion, from the rough up the hill. What a shot this is. Does that sit? Nope. Dan Wayne sinks a very, very long putt on 5 from the path. I heard the shout, sorry I missed the shot. David McDonald Senior now in the bright yellow. Has to get in the rough. It's fine there. And then we've got John Grant, another Ayrshire player. I think Rory said earlier there's 19 Ayrshire players playing today, which is a fantastic amount of players from that one club. John Grant up the hill, it's fast. It's right at the back, it's in the bunker at the back, that. Liam Kerr sinks a birdie as well. Starting to see a few birdies on that hole now, considering there was an 8 earlier. Or a 7 maybe. Fraser Weir up the hill. He's going to roll back into the old hole. Oh, it's just sat above it. Aaron Cameron just lips out for his birdie. Rory for his birdie attempt. So I just heard a great attempt from Rory. Not gave it enough, but that had enough to get up the hill there. He's not put his marker down. We'll sit there. So I've just heard that Rory is 3 under through 3. He's making a charge. Got a bit between his teeth. Wants that Scotland spot. This is his par putt. So he's going to drop here. That looks one shot. David McDonald Senior has birdie, I think. The hill, good weight, just misses right side. David Quigley's trying to talk Matt Morgan's ball into the rough. Standard. We've seen a few birdies on that hole, but it is proving quite difficult. Hole 5, taking some prisoners today. John Grant from the bunker just kicks the side of it and doesn't make it out. Yeah, that's probably where I wanted it landing the first time. So Rory's bogey putt. This fifth. She sinks. Managed to save the score there. It drops back to 2. Good start though. Very early. Dave McDonald Senior for his par. Great putt from David. Had a little up and down to contend with right in front of his ball there, which he handled very well. Fraser for his par putt. Just gets in left edge. David quickly from the rough. Oh, what a putt that is! What a putt that is! See many of them today. He liked it. As soon as it left his foot, he went running. Matt Morgan from the rough. Just misses. What a putt that was from Quiggs. Fantastic effort. Yeah, he's playing well anyway, mate. Hope you're well. See him coming down this hole in a little second. Matt Morgan up the hill. Now that's the place to be. If you can get there and one, you've got a good chance. But what a putt that was from David Quigley. Show his class. Colin Murray. I think he's there and one. Goes at it. Just shallow. Very technically challenged course. Right, next group's up. So Rory Cassidy was 3 under through 3. Just dropped back to 2. Fraser Weir puts a lot of height in that ball, but he's going to end up not a bad spot. Dave McDonald Senior up next. Pure blue skies. Just wish the wind would die down a little bit. Senior's just spat out from the edge of the rough on the left. We've seen a little putt there from earlier from who was it? Gail Abera, someone from there earlier. Get Rory Cassidy next up the tee. Great start from Rory. He's just dropped one shot there on hole 4. Aims for the rough on the left. Good pace, but just slight more lefty would have wanted on that, so it's stuck. John Grant from the top of the hill. Oh, that's going to be good. Oh, that's long. It's very long. I'd say Fraser Weir is in a better position here out of everybody. He's in the rough, but he's under the cup. Can't miss Fraser onto it. So, this should get close. doesn't take his time. He goes at it. This might come back. It's a great effort from Fraser. If that stops there though, it's got a good chance of his par. It's got to stop. Still not stopped. He was close. Rory Cassidy, oofed! What a pot that is! Rory goes back to 3 under. That could have ended up in the field if that didn't hit that pin. What a pot that is! Said Rory's got the bit between his teeth today. He wants that Scotland spot. What a pot that was. He'll be thankful the pin was there though. Some puppy. John Grant. So Rory is through 5 holes. He's made birdie, 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 bogey, birdie. So not a bad start from Rory. David Quigley is, don't know what he's doing over there. If you make him out, he's literally standing in the middle of all this rough here. He must have shanked his tee shot quite considerably. It's a hard lie. Looks as if he's out. So Fraser Weir putting next here as John Grant sinks his. Fraser for his par. Yep, great putt from Fraser. We'll head back across, get some of the other groups coming around the tricky par 3 and hole 3. So here we've got Paul McFarlane, Stuart Robertson, James Dick and Dave McDonald. Stuart up the hill, just going to get to the left hand side, which is not too bad there. We're going to head along. Let's have a little look at Stuart's lovely kit that we've got here. Oh, he's looking good. The beard is shorter. The beard is shorter. He's looking good. Soccer lad from Glasgow with your coaching needs. Great to see so many players wearing sponsors now. It certainly helps them get playing all these tour events. Have a little look at this group on hole 3. In the distance, you can see Aaron Clancy. It looks like Darren Cleary. I'm assuming that's Ben. And David Craig. Get my tee sheet out just to confirm that. Oh, it's Kieran Keelan, not Ben Cleary. He's in a different group from his dad. Dan Cleary for his par putt. It's just shallow. The group behind them coming in is Barry Wallace, Declan Reid, Ben Cleary, and Tony Bryson. David Craig. group go through. We'll catch the next one coming through. Hi, David. So the wind seems to be as if it's dying down a little bit at this part of the course. Hole 1 still looks as if it's blowing a gale. So Darren Cleary just passes there. He took an eagle on hole 1, which is phenomenal. Pretty sure that'll be the only eagle on hole 1 so far. Does that mean the conditions are changing a little bit? Flag's still blowing pretty hard. So hole 3, from the very back tee box, favours a left-footed tee, although Barry Wallace has just fell in the tee box with his left foot. You do want to hug this line here as long as you can. That's why it favours the right foot. There's an out-of-bounds boundary fence on the right-hand side of the rough as well. If you do decide to go right-footed, you're going to need to take that on if you want to get near the cup. 9 times out of 10 players are going to sit where Barry's ball is just now or slightly in the rough. Ben Cleary. Good tee shot from Ben. Darren's son. And Glasgow junior player. Declan Reid is going to go left-footed off the tee. Woofed. Right, okay. Said hug that line as far as you can. He's in there. I've not seen anybody in there before. Tony Bryson, nice side foot off the tee box. He's just in the rough. So we're going to make our way back up toward the first hole. I'll be cutting the feed probably about 11 o'clock, teeing off a 1:15 to get that warm-up done. There's Barry Wallace, fresh off his fall in the first that tee box, giving us a little wave. Barry is in a good bit of form now, which is great to see. So Declan Reid from the heavy rough on the right-hand side. He's out. He's using the La Caleta again after his amazing performance at Bridgend, winning the amateurs there. He likes this ball. A few players like that ball, to be fair, so it's good to see. So Ben Cleary. Hits a little bit the edge of the rough there, a little bit of mound, hard ground, it's just killed the bounce. It's a fast green. You can see how dried out it is. It's pretty quick. Tony Bryson starts at right side. Going to end up near me. It's under the pin, which is fine. It's a good line, that. A wee bit more on it. Very dry green. Let's get down. It's quite undulated as well. Little ball in front of it where Tony's ball's sitting just now. So the hole does sit on a little bit of a mound. Wallace with the left. That's the start this on the right side. So did I hit that? Not hit it. Needed a bit more there. Needed a bit more. To be fair to Barry, if that ball did find the green, it would have rolled out quite considerably. Just shy of the green. Ben Cleary. Starts at right side. It's in the ball. Good way. Perfect that. I think that's a shot that Barry wanted to play. Ben will tap that in for a 4. mark that up. Starts out right side. It's not turned it. See what you tried to do there. Behind the pin for a 4. Takes one to finish off with his bogey. So we'll take a few falls this hole today, I think. He's playing hard. And the tee box is right at the back now. Usually it's from the front, so getting about 10 yards there. From the front of the tee box, you can get down to the green in 1 here. As far as par. Turn left as it goes up the hill. It's the right line, just a wee bit too pacey. Just moving the marker back so it's out the line. Coming up the second, we've got Stevie Robinson, Laura Thompson, Peter Campbell, and get my tee sheet. Tony Bryson, great putt from Tony. Good par secured. Billy Peterson is out with Laura, Peter and Stevie on hole 2. So Barry Wallace with his bogey into the wind. Wind's going to push this pretty quickly here if he doesn't get the weight right. We went really hard at it. He's not happy. It's 22. Trying to take the wind out of the equation, which he did do. But if he had it softer, the wind would have took it away anyway. So. Since he's double bogey, we'll move on from that one. Right, we're going to make our way back up to the first and get the final back groups coming out. See the wind is down there now. In fact, we've had an eagle on that hole. Not too bad. Peter Campbell underhits his shot in the second. It's going back down the hill. Connor Wilson's teeing off on hole 3. Finds a rough, sat against the fence. That is not nice in there. And he is a lefty, so they'll be very, very annoyed by that. Peter Campbell lips out. Coming back. Right, coming up the second fairway, it's a good shot. Air player, I'm not sure who it is. It's a lack of letter though. Balls are flying all over the place today. That was Gavin Logan, I think. Yep, so we've got Alan Stewart in this group, Neil Shave, James McNally. That's James McNally's shot travelling down the fairway and out. Gavin Logan with the lack of letter. Neil Shave. Oh, it's going to be a hard lie in there. He's right behind a reed. That's not nice. Let's have a little look at his ball. That ball is being chewed up. see it. So Alan Stewart's going to be first up. Neil's ball is literally playing hide and seek with him. So we'll just wait for the group ahead just to clear off the second hole. It's going to be the smart players that are going to do well today. Just try and take their low chances and take their pars. And if there's a birdie opportunity presents itself, they need to take it and run, because there's not going to be many of them today. The rough round here starting to grow. It's pretty thick. See Neil's stance here. And his J. Lindenberg t-shirt. So Alan Stewart is on a molehill. It's a good connection. That's a good shot, that. Be happy with that. For his third. Thumbs up to camera. James McNally, good advantage here. James got a left foot. If he can whip it right round that tree. His left is short. It's not bad though. That's all right there. Not much Neil could do there. Head down, put it through it. Right, we'll head back down here now. We'll be wrapping up shortly. If the wind dies, it seems to have got a little bit softer now. I mean, the first flag's still blowing pretty hard to the face, but so the starting group are just on hole 17, so we'll go down to 18 and see them coming in. Quick round for a 4-ball. It's a 3-ball, sorry. I don't know why it was so quick. Sheila Strickland. Gary Thompson. Kevin O'Donoghue. So we'll get these guys teeing off here. Gary Thompson with a left foot. I'm going to start this one left as I can. That's a good shot from Gary. So that proves the wind is dying down a little bit. Gary's over that hill quite easily, as were earlier. People were struggling to get anywhere near that. And that was a pass from Gary. Nice, strong, low side foot is what it needs. That's a good shot as well. I think that's Alan Kearney. Check. Yeah, Alan Kearney. Good shot. Kevin O'Donoghue, local player, right-footed, more distance and to the left of the rough. It's fine there, he's not in the thick stuff. And Sheila is going to walk up to the ladies' tee. There's ladies' tees out on the par 5s today. Not the first. I think the first actually. No, the longer par 5s. Group coming up the first. Looks like John Jury of Glasgow. Anna Anderson of Glasgow. Who else we got? Eddie Ferguson, talented young player from Cumbernauld. Been at with Eddie a couple of times now on the tour. It's just over age for the juniors, I think. So, but great to see like the 17-year-olds and stuff like that playing. Bodes well for the future of the game in Scotland. and Aaron Smith. So Anna Anderson from the rough. We're going to make our way to the 18th, which is one of our risk and reward holes today. It's going to be hard in this wind. We make our way past this group. John Jury for his third up the hill. Slow down. Yeah, a lot of players are ending up back there today. Aaron Smith keeps it in the rough on the left. Guaranteed that's not coming back to his feet. Eddie Ferguson starts on the left side. Stay out there. So the lead group free ball is just on the 18th now, so we'll quickly race ahead to that. Let's see what's happening here. As I said, it's one of our risk and reward holes today, hole 12 as well, which is the old 18th. Both par 4s. This one is going to be playing very fast down at this green. Brian McMahon here. Brian is in the trees on the right. So this free ball will have a bit of a weight on. They've obviously played a lot quicker than the rest of the groups. And there's still still 6 groups to go out. And we'll have a hour's rest as we see Brian McMahon. So this is if you can get your first shot anywhere around here. That's not too bad. All downhill. Lots of trees at the back. And the green is very quick. Brian McMahon just has to get back in the short grass here. He's out. It's a fantastic recovery shot. Oh, it looked very good. It was a great connection from Brian, but he's actually not made it out. He's in the thick stuff. So see Irvin Small. Going to get that ball marked. Brian is in here somewhere. Can't actually see his ball, but that is pretty thick. I'm going to want to try and get this to the right hand side of the fairway as quick as possible. Let it roll down. He's out. This will be good. It's a good weight. He's left himself a lot of work there. If you can get onto the green here in 2 and give yourself, even if you're in the trees in 2, would be good. Tap it out, pop it in. Orban's got a decision to make from where he is. He's waving. Is he smiling? No, he's not smiling. No, there it is. Irvin's smiling's like an eclipse. It's beautiful when it comes along. Down the fairway from Brian McLeave. Probably going to just get beyond Irvin's ball. Brian is in deep. He's out. Done very well to get the ball out of there. Hi, Eleanor. Hope you're well. So next group up on tee. Number 1, Joe McCourt, Ali Dick, Darryl Glover and Ryan Boyce. Joe McCourt's sensible side foot off the tee box. We've got a wave from Mick Eardley over there. Ali Dick next up on the tee. His headphones are away, Ali's new ritual before tournaments, gives himself 10 minutes, nice stretching, headphones on, doesn't talk to anybody, but has the Spice Girls' greatest hits in his ear. No, I'm kidding. I'm not sure what he listens to, but it G's him up. He's got a big run up here. Just requires a side foot. But he does hit this ball very, very well. Wants to get back a bit. Yeah, that's a great shot from Ali. Yeah, a lot more effort into it, and Joe's literally on different side of the fairway, but 3 yards behind him, and Joe just ran up, passed it down. Shot from sure who's who here. Darryl Glover. Yeah, Darryl Glover from the Air kit in the black and white. And Ryan Boyce, the Ayrshire kit in the sky blue. That's a nice pass down the fairway. See, all players are pretty similar. So we'll follow behind this group. No action on it. You can see there's a group on hole 12 and 13. But obviously that free ball was raced ahead of everybody. Oh, Ryan Boyce slices it into the trees. Didn't take his time there, ran up and booted that. New player, obviously, will understand that you just need to take a minute. John McCourt's up next. If this wind died down, it would be the perfect conditions. Look at that sky. Joe McCourt left-footed up the hill. Joe's a sensible player on the wind. He'll just keep this low all day. Eleanor Yeps, I mean, it's pretty windy. It seems to have died down a little bit. The first groups went out were hitting into some pretty strong winds and gusts on this first hole. Darryl Glover, left-footed, just near Joe McCourt's ball. That's when Ali's asked for that to be marked. So Ali Dick matching the sky with his sky blue top today, looking sharp. He claims the best top in foot golf. It is very, very smart. Just to keep this low. Off his shin. Came right through that. Not the worst place for his second shot, to be fair. He's pretty high up the fairway. So it's not too bad. It is a par 5 this hole. Socially it is a 4. But with the wind today, there's been an eagle, believe it or not, from Darren Cleary. It's fantastic. Earlier on, I only saw 2 birdies, one from Aaron Cameron, one from Matt Morgan. But he's been playing pretty tough. Joe's not happy with following him. Joe's not happy. Darryl Glover up the left side. And the court low and hard and long, very long. This might drop. Oh, he's eagled it. He just told me to go away, but it's been caught in camera. What an eagle that is. He's happy now. He's happy now. Second eagle of the day. Fantastic. What a start. What a start that is. 2 under through 1. Ali knows what he has to do. A great shot from Joe. Ali called it nice and early, to be fair. Ryan Boyce up next. Good angle. Good shot that. Coming back. Here it comes. Oh, great shot. So he's going to mark that for pace of play for Ali to play on. Ali Dick up the hill. Starts at right side. Good weight from Ali. Just a metre short, by the looks of it. Maybe 2. Good weight from Ali though. Take that birdie start, move on. Lover up the hill. Might come back. Might come back. Just found the wrong side of that hill there. There's a little ridge. The hole is in a little bowl, as you can see. Just to the left of it, there's a little up and down. Let's try and get over that mound. Then feed in. A few players have done that today, so. It's a better weight. Get a chance. There we go. What a recovery that is from Ryan Boyce. No, not Darryl Glover, apologies. Found the right line there, that's that little hill there. Find the right side of that, you're not going to be far away. Ali Dick is 1.5 metres out for his birdie. Which he takes. It's a good start from Ali. There's a fawn in this boy's ball, sorry. Next group coming down the first is Gavin Craig. Not sure who else is in that group. Looks like Lizzie McCulloch. The boys will move on. Great eagle start from Joe. Great birdie start from Ali. Mick, I can't even clarify that. I can't look at the scoreboard at the same time. Two phones. So I'm not sure what the state of play is just now out there. But feel free to share it with the group. So Gavin Craig, Colin Ferguson, Lizzie McCulloch and Craig Watson. Gavin Craig playing me a mitre. Is he actually playing me a mitre? I wonder what the decision behind that is. It's Colin Ferguson from the trees. He's out. Why's Gav used a mitre? because it's heavy and it's windy. Lizzie McCulloch. So Mick, thanks for the update. Seems like the second seems to be causing problems. Only a few playing under par just now. Seems rare. Yeah, I mean, Mick, the conditions today are pretty windy. To the point where Gavin Craig is using a mitre instead of his jab because the jab was rolling off the greens because of the wind. So that is a tactic to Gavin Craig, using a heavier ball than the rest of the field, or the more experienced rest of the field, sorry. So let's see if that pays off. Could be a stroke of genius from Gav if it works. Guys, we're going to cut the feed to get ready. But again, just a special mention to KRS Landscaping for their support for sponsoring the Scottish national team for the 4 Nations in Kilkenny. So we'll see who comes out on top today. Callum Haig will be back filming live later on this afternoon for the last groups coming in. Well, I hope you enjoyed the stream, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and thanks very much for tuning in.